I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys like that opening better than the other one? Should we open up with that one every time? I sort of like that one there, or maybe I'll just change it up. And sometimes we'll do the music opening. Sometimes we'll do that kind of opening there. I figured I'll do that one this time here. Hopefully you guys are doing good out there. Already heard it. Good song, of course. All right, now let's scroll back up to the top here. The silly news. This is part of the reason I think I asked you that question up above there. What do you call a liberal blue-haired woman in a Prius or something like that? What's another name for them or something like that? Not that she's blue-haired, but just I'm guessing. I haven't watched this particular video, but let's see what she says in this one here. Want to see it full size? Probably not, but I'm going to make you watch it anyway, full size. All right. You guys doing good? Who's doing good in the chat? If you're doing good in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. If you're doing great in the chat, put a 2 in the chat, okay? Only options are good and great. Well, let's go. What'd she say?
So gross. There's a truck behind me right now, literally, that has Donald Trump plastered on the side of it, like they're riding with him in the car, and they're wearing their MAGA hats.
You're wearing a peace necklace out of the 60s, and it's 2025.
Those fucking losers.
You're wearing a peace necklace from the 1960s and sticking your tongue out at a phone. Somebody's wearing a hat that offends you. I'm sorry.
Supporting a rapist. That's so gross. There's a truck behind.
Oh, wow. And not knowing what due process is or anything like that before you accuse people of stuff. Ugh. Irritating people like that. Be nice, Michael. Be nice without the name calling there. I know certain things there. Yeah, exactly, Grandma. Yeah, that's what that was there. But I figured it's a good way to open a stream or something like that. Pledge of Allegiance, but with a little bit of music to it. Not like you're in school or something like that. But yeah, I lost my Facebook channel on January 7th because of certain events on January 6th, right? I guess I'm still mad about it. I had 12,000 people. And all those videos, too. I'm going to torture you, make you watch Jasmine Crockett here just to see what the other side is saying, right?
You can't take the heat. Imagine what it is to see
An announcement from Congresswoman Green. What went through your mind when you first heard she was going to resign on January 5th?
You know what? Honestly, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You're on the other side of the president for 1 week and you can't take the heat. Imagine what it is to sit in my shoes, to not only be on the opposite side of him, but to have people like her who are constantly fanning the flames of hate. And
What hate has she ever shown you? She wasn't super friendly to you, but and she might have made fun of your makeup or something like that. But please tell me when she was actually truly hateful to you. Is somebody saying bad words about your outfit or your hairdo that looks like poo sometimes? Um, is not hateful. If you wanted hateful, then you keep talking about Jim Crow era. You can go back in those days when the Democrats were being very mean to a certain minority of people in the South. If you wanted to see hateful stuff back then, but when right now you're calling words a congresswoman says to you as hateful, seriously,
imagine what those threats look like.
threats. Oh, now hate is a threat. It's evident things that aren't hateful that she's calling hateful are a threat. Okay.
When you literally are someone like me, but at the end of the day,
Someone like me, she's trying to say that because of her melanin, but she doesn't want to say that they hate her because of the melanin, which is not true. But she doesn't sort of really say it, because she's afraid to say it.
I know that I serve the people of Texas 30. And so my job isn't to be there and necessarily do whatever is going to make the president not be on my back, but instead is to focus on making sure that I can push forward with policies that are positive for Texas 30.
Here's a shocking announcement from.
No, not for Texas 30, for the people in Texas 30. Just helping you out. It's not a political number. It's the people within that area. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Okay, I made you watch it. That was mean of me to make you watch all that. Okay, I apologize. There. Let's see some of the stuff that happened last night here. If they were horsing around in this video or something like that, I'm not sure if they were, but they just kind of play horsing or whatever around or something like that from last night. Let's check this out here.
Is it impossible meat?
Nope, it's real meat.
I need tofu.
You're not a very good troll, bro.
Oh, this is the troll thing here. Okay, this guy, watch the rest of this. This is actually a red, white, and blue guy here, but Tommy's not smart enough in this case here, just in my opinion, to figure out that he's trolling him. You just talked about tofu, right? That's a dead giveaway that you're a troll.
You need to go find somewhere else to hang out.
Tommy, will you make me a burger?
Nah, we don't feed clowns.
Is it impossible meat?
Nope, it's real meat.
I need tofu.
You're not a very good troll, bro.
You an amateur?
Why don't you take that mask off?
Take it off me. Do it. Do it.
Are you sure?
Do it. No, do it.
No, I don't want to go to jail.
I'll do it. You won't do it.
I'll do it.
You won't do it.
I'll do it.
You won't do it.
I'll do it.
You won't do it.
You motherfucker, bro. It's been you the whole time. This motherfucker, bro. That's
Hello Kitty or something.
oh, no fucking way, bro.
Okay, you're an asshole.
You were following them around and shit. They
I
were.
know we're hanging out with him, bro.
How do you think we let somebody this fucking close?
Bro, I was like, what the fuck? That's
You got to be smarter than that, You the problem is with Tommy, a good guy and everything, of course, but gets too aggressive and out there, just thinks everybody that's not wearing a MAGA hat, is on the other side or something like that. It's like, no, just because they disagree with you doesn't mean they're crazy leftists,
fucking funny, bro.
You're gonna kill me, bro.
Okay, make that man a gluten-free burger.
He said, I'll do it. Motherfucker. That was funny.
Yeah, Kat. I bet you a lot of Tommy's chat was paying into his thing there when he was doing that for $5. You got to sort of say something and it gets projected right into the Antifa by the ICE building there. I'm not sure if the guys on top of the ICE building were laughing about that too, but if they were watching his stream, I'm sure they were laughing too at some of the stuff that was on there. Once in a while, you had a lefty or whatever try to say something on there, but 90% of it was right wing. I even said something on there too. Like, why am I wasting $5 on this? But who cares? Something defective. I forget what I said. Oh, ICE's buses, because they bus people. Tommy's streets, Mr. Bill's curbs,
That was fucking awesome, bro. Give me a hug, motherfucker. Don't hit my. Oh yeah. I got so sweaty. Hey, you played that part good, bro. You played that part pretty fucking good. A little too fucking good, bro. A little too fucking good.
Trans women can
I
have
was like, oh, it's going down, dog.
Trans women can have babies. And they
Trans
can
women can have
Oh, and then he was falling for that part of it too. I overheard part of that.
babies. Oh, fuck.
They get pregnant in the butt, Tommy.
Dookie babies. Dookie babies. That was.
Anyway, that was interesting. Let's see what else we have. Pam Tifa had a discussion here. Oh, I don't want a 7-minute video of Pam Tifa. In case I need to go to the restroom later, I'll make you watch that 7-minute video. But this was ridiculous. Did you guys see this video here? Evidently, a bunch of people in California. Must have had to be California. Monrovia, California. I'm assuming that's next to a bigger liberal city. Went to Home Depot, a whole bunch of them, and bought ice scrapers and other sort of ice destroying things or something like that. And there's signs out there, and bought the ice scrapers and then automatically returned them, clogging up the lines of people who actually were there to actually buy stuff. Can you imagine being this ridiculous? I'm going to make you watch it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it was the first time most of them have ever been in a Home Depot too.
Actually was out of position.
Can everybody's attention, please? If you're purchasing something,
I have been volunteering with.
you can come to this side. Come to this side for the customers to walk through. Thank you. Not the same.
Look at tons of them. They're just kind of falling for this ridiculous narrative. I'm going to buy an ice scraper and return it. I'm going to spend an hour wasting the time of my day to purchase something and return it just so I can tell Home Depot that I don't appreciate them allowing ice to go into their parking lot. What's the point?
But they still have like a good amount of labor.
And it's technically a private parking lot, but it's for public use. So they sort of have to let ICE go to their parking lot. Oh, you're not supposed to have a backpack like that in a store, lady. I'm sorry. It's kind of not a good thing. They're nice enough to let you do that, but you don't usually take a big backpack like that into a place like that.
What are you buying? An ice scraper. Nice. What are you guys buying?
We are buying ice scrapers.
All right.
Thank you.
What are you buying?
And their sign says ice out of Home Depot.
An ice scraper. Sorry. What are you buying today?
I'm buying ice scraper.
Oh yeah.
Why are you bugging customers at a store?
What are you buying today?
I am buying an Anvil putty knife.
An ice scraper.
Yes,
That's
ice
right.
scraper.
Wow. Geniuses. What is wrong with people that sort of don't think before they do things? It's got to be crazy. You don't think. Yeah, Lauren, people are bad. A lot of people are bad, and they do bad things. Yes, even people that were J6 do bad things. And I could show you a whole bunch of illegal immigrants who were charged with multiple things last night. You want me to bring up a list of things that people that came in the country illegally did? I could come up with a whole list. Do you have a point? Oh, only 15%. Okay, interesting. Who wants to? I don't feel like disproving her right now, but let's check this. Trump's. USA Today. Which one do you want? Let's go Reuters, just a somewhat fair and balanced, right? 38%. Cost of living concerns, not actual facts about cost of living, just concerns, not cost of living. Only 26% approve of Trump's handling of everyday expenses. Yeah. Thank you for the news, not actually reporting facts, but that's what happens when you watch the news and not actually go to the supermarket and compare the prices of this year versus last year at the same time period. You know what happens around Thanksgiving time? You know what happens around that Thanksgiving time when it's no longer summer and you're getting those summer prices on fruits and vegetables? You're getting fall prices on fruits and vegetables and things like this. Do you understand that the prices go up during that time period? I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but it's a thing that's been going on for quite a while out there. Take the price of grapes. Grapes 2 months ago under $2, now over $3. You want me to give you more examples of prices going up on fruits and vegetables and other things relating to those things? Anyway, I'm tired of talking to stupid people. Oh, yeah. What was this one about here? Take your kids out of Jefferson County now. Robert Schneider reposted this.
Quiet one. When it goes to work, my name is Dustin Gonzalez. I'm in Lakewood, District 2. I'm not a politician. I'm not a loud voice on social media. I'm a father. A quiet one. When he goes to work, tries to do right by his family, and stays out of the spotlight. But now you're going to remember my name. You'll remember it because I'm not just fighting for my daughter. I'm fighting to make sure that
I know on this polls or whatever, and they're where do they take those polls from or whatever? Let me just look at another one. I'll let you guys listen to this.
Happens to me, to my family, never happens to another parent in this district. My daughter changed her identity, not after years of discussion or family dialogue, not after joint input from both of her parents. No, this happened quickly, secretly, encouraged by a school-appointed therapist and a system that never thought to include me. And the school didn't inform me, they didn't include me, they didn't even ask me, they replaced me. By the time I found out, I was already labeled the problem. My objections weren't treated as concerns, they were treated as opposition. My voice was dismissed as hateful, my presence undermined. The therapist, the school, and eventually the court-appointed investigator all decided that because I would affirm something, I didn't deserve to parent my daughter equally anymore. They didn't accuse me of abuse. They didn't claim I'd caused harm. The only evidence against me was that I said I'm not ready to affirm this yet. That's it. And now I'm at risk of losing parenting time, of being erased from my daughter's life, not because I failed as a father, but because I dared to ask questions. And it started in your schools. Your systems made it possible. And your silence made it permanent. You gave my ex all the tools she needed to take our daughter from me, tools that she couldn't have forged on her own. You gave her the therapist, you gave her the ideological support, and you never once thought, shouldn't the father be involved too? I was supposed to have one opponent in this fight for my daughter, One voice with equal say, one person across the table who I would battle for influence. And that person was supposed to be my ex. But you gave her reinforcements. You gave her a system that cut me out of the picture. You handed her the tools to eliminate me from my daughter's life.
Yeah. You notice that, Michael, too? If you look at the gas prices, and gas prices typically lead to higher prices on goods and everything because truck drivers have to pay higher rates on gas and everything. Therefore, the food prices go up that they deliver. Kind of common sense if you really think about it. But anyway, in those liberal states, look, where are your gas prices in those fairly high population liberal states? Are they still over $3 a gallon? Do I need to actually ask that question? Of course they are. But anyway, when you have that situation and those higher population liberal states, New York, Illinois, other places and everything, where it's harder to get things there because the high tax rates and things like that are keeping the gas prices high, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, you can ask yourself. But by doing that, it sort of makes the prices of the groceries and things like that go up automatically. It's just kind of a, what do they call it, supply and demand kind of thing.
And with your help, she's trying to erase me altogether. You replaced my voice, you stole my seat at the table, and you made decisions about my daughter without me. Mary Parker, Paula Reed, Aaron Kenworthy, Danielle Varda, and Michelle Applegate. Your names are etched into my memory, not for who you are, but for your inaction cost me. And I'll make sure my name is etched in yours too. I don't care if you personally signed the policies, stayed silent while they passed, or simply chose not to know. You are all responsible. Fathers like me will remember. You may keep your seats this cycle. You may maybe the next, but I won't quit until each of you is replaced. And Paula Reed, you're in my district. I've heard you're not running again. If that's true, good. But if you're planning something bigger, if you think higher office is your next move, then let me be crystal clear. I will be your opposition. At every campaign stop, on every ballot, in every debate, you've lost the right to lead. And I'll make sure voters know why. Don't think you can take a man's child from him and not reap a whirlwind.
He's a little upset. I know you were, I figured.
You don't get to raise our children for us, and if those who replace you try as you have, we'll replace them too. So parents of Jefferson County, get your kids out of Jefferson County now. You don't know how far this rock goes until it comes for you. And after you do, speak out, join me, and take back what's ours, the right to raise our kids.
Thank you.
I'll see you in October.
Thank you.
He's very upset. So, don't want to watch that one. So Byron Donald's getting some probably happy thoughts here.
To their words that do yield to insurrection? Please.
But the president has been...
Stop. No. And this is where I'm going to push back. Because what they are doing is trying to throw literally a grenade into the room. It goes off. And then they're going to claim outrage? They have no moral standing to claim outrage because they decided that they were going to be cute and put out a TikTok video trying to get likes, trying to demonstrate that they're tough enough to stand up to President Trump when Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief, not Mr. Crow, not Senator Slotkin. They are not the commander-in-chief. And like I said before, they would not tolerate any Republican launching any video like that when Barack Obama was president of the United States. You know it's true. I know it's true. Everybody knows it's true. But now they want to feign outrage and have everybody come and ask them how they feel. Man, stop. We're tired of the games and the charade. The American people are looking for real answers on energy, on immigration, on affordability, but they want to be cute. So yeah, I'm not going to give them any standing about, well, how do they feel? That's BS. They knew what they were doing. They created a political stunt to get a response. And they didn't like the response.
In terms of what the president said, are you comfortable?
Oil and gas
Yeah. Look, I think when it comes to Florida, we've been clear in our state. We do not want drilling off of our coastline. And so we're going to work with the administration to still protect Florida's coastline.
So, sure. Are you comfortable with what the president said?
Hey, Dennis. Hey, guys, popping in. I appreciate you guys hanging out there. What do you guys? How was your guys' day today? Have you guys been answering the poll question yet, by chance? 21 votes on the poll question. Kind of a silly poll question, but it was. Is it annoying when streamers do a poll asking if you click the like button most of you guys said no, 73% to 27%. Some of you guys do think it's annoying. So that's why I didn't ask you if you clicked the like button. I asked you something different. So it's a different question than the normal one. Huh? Pretty smart, huh?
Suggesting that members of Congress should be put to death.
No, but the president also said that they should have to be actually stand by. You have to investigate those words. What they're calling for.
When did he say certain members of Congress should be unalived? When did he say that? As a reporter, you're smart enough to know that that's not what he said, not even what he retweeted.
Or is sedition. 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 Let me ask you a question. What are the penalties of sedition in the United States of America? What are they? The president's not calling for it, but they're the ones that started this foolishness. And I will grant you, this is a foolish political stunt created by people who are trying to get their name ID up, who are trying to demonstrate that somehow they're the standard bearers for our constitutional republic when their own words are in violation of our constitutional republic. You cannot have elected members. I don't care about your politics. This is not even a political deal anymore. You cannot have elected members tell our military men and women, tell the members of our intelligence community that you don't have to follow orders from the commander in chief. That is nuts. And as people who actually put the uniform on and serve this nation, they should know better. But they're playing politics. That's what's wrong.
Can I ask you about the controversy between your colleagues from Florida, Corey Mills and Sheila Sherfels from McCormick?
Right.
Where are you in both of those cases? What do you think about both of them?
As I stand right now, but the allegations are terrible. They're going to be investigated by the Ethics Committee, and we'll see what the results of the Ethics Committee are going to come back with. These are things that should be investigated. And so we'll see where that lands, but the allegations are not good.
And on Congresswoman McCormick, should she be expelled from Congress?
If the ethics, based upon the current standard where Mr. Santos was expelled, when the Ethics Committee came back with their report and finding and the members made a decision, then yeah. All right.
Hello, Donald. You know, he could have called them fake news for some of those questions they were asking there, but he kept it real.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, hey, this is a good idea. Send them all to Canada. Give them a front row ticket to Canadian Railroad. You know, they want them all up there. So it's like, hey, let's. You know what they ought to do on that oil pipeline, the Keystone Pipeline or whatever. Put on top of that pipeline or something like that, a train that goes north. Send their oil to us. We'll send illegal immigrants to them and everything, just right on top of that pipeline. That'd be perfect. What's going on? Oh, trying to give a hug. I saw this.
You tell me. We have a hug?
No. No. Why? Because you are who you hang out with. You tell me.
We have a hug?
You are who you hang out with. She says, you are who you. So if you hang out with Antifa violent people that spit on people and other things, you're those kind of people, huh, Pam? Okay, thank you for the facts. Yeah, I did see her sort of walk into the middle of some of that stuff last night too. That was kind of nice of her, I guess, to try to be a peacemaker. But she says she's not for violence when she sees her people committing violence, rather than sort of telling her people not to commit violence. You know, it would be the smart thing. But she just wants to stand in the middle of it to make it look like the right is starting it. What was going on with this?
Remis, our editor. My name is Lex McMenamin. You may know me otherwise as Comrade Teen Vogue. And until last Monday,
Does that mean she thinks she's pretty or something?
I was the politics section at Teen Vogue. I was the only one left, so I was the one-person politics section of Teen Vogue. On November 3rd, myself, Brittany McNamara, our features director, as well as our identity editor, Ayana
Identity editor?
Ishmael, our style editor, Caitlin McNabb, our culture editor, our art team, B. Oyster, and Emily Zaremis, our editor-in-chief, Versha Sharma. We were all laid off by Condé Nast in the restructuring of Teen Vogue and folding it into Vogue.
Capitalism.
Remind you all I have written notes and I'm making no comments.
I don't know. You guys ever read Vogue or Teen Vogue or something like that?
The 8 of us who were laid off last week, 5 were women of color, 2 were the
Doesn't matter what color you are. Capitalism.
Only remaining black staffers on the editorial staff at Teen Vogue. I was the only trans staffer, and I was laid off. And one of my proudest memories, one of the things I was proudest of about working at Teen Vogue was having leadership that was women of color consecutively for several years, a rarity in this building. Teen Vogue recently had its 20th birthday, but many of you probably learned about us in 2016.
I don't care. Here's some of the activity from last night. Here, let's see what happened here. Looks like Tommy was having a discussion with someone, and the wannabe yellow jacket there tried to step in. Pam Tiva does a better job of being a de-escalator than he does. Oops, I got locked up there. What happened?
A mentally retarded person. What's a mentally retarded person? Shut up, you little bitch.
All right, buddy.
Shut up, you little bitch.
Why don't you pull it out?
I'm not a fucking guy.
Locked up there for some reason. I just stopped or something.
Fucking guy like you.
Tommy, that's when he said bad words that I'm going to have to do these disclaimers. FYI, YouTube, there's a thing down here at the bottom, this little disclaimer thing that probably annoys the chat, but I leave it on there for a purpose, just in case something that gets said on the screen there. This video uses fair use for the purpose, or the purpose of, I need to adjust that, purpose of criticism, commentary, satire, news reporting, teaching, and education and research. I probably need to put a different disclaimer on that one. Yeah, he's not exactly a clean-mouthed person there, but he has a lot of passion, I guess. Let's see what else he said here.
Thank you. I am a man. Thank you, Tommy. Why would we waste our energy on your bitch ass?
I know it's just.
You won't do shit. You won't do shit. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me, dude. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me, dude. Congratulations. You're not gonna fucking do shit. You're the only ones that love you. You're the ones that go to the pit whenever you guys go. You're the one being a bitch.
You think funny until it's not.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Does anything happen to this thing here? It's just a bunch of yelling back and forth.
Bitch. What are you gonna do then? Do something. You're talking all this shit and you're not doing nothing. Oh, you're not gonna do shit. You're a little bitch. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you." You're gonna cry to the cops as soon as some shit pops up. You're not doing shit because you're a bitch. Come on now.
Trump would never fuck your old decrepit ass.
Trump's just.
There's more talking shit again.
Famously friendly. You decide well on a one wheel. You just can't do it.
Too short to call anybody out. Shut up, We're not the ones that do shit. We're not the ones.
Yeah, she hardly.
You keep telling me to do something when you're on the fucking line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the bear spray time there, evidently. Let's see what else was going on. We'll get back to some of that stuff probably here in a second. Here, I want to see the lady here. The guy walked into her restroom at the gym. See what this is about here.
To be in the female locker rooms. I wonder why. I mean, he's genuinely, that guy's cosplaying a woman. He's just thinking, oh, I'll put a crop top on and apparently I'm a woman. And that's very, very insulting.
Yes, and let me make this plain. Women deserve boundaries, period. We deserve safety, privacy, and respect. And I'm not going to sit quietly while those rights are rewritten or dismissed. It's just like they're using civil rights as a mask, and black blood was not spilled for this. Black blood was spilled for civil rights, not to be used as a mockery or a shield for policies that erase women's voices. Our mothers...
Ugh. On the right. Ugh.
And grandmothers marched so we could speak, not to be silent. So I will not be silent, and I don't think any woman should be.
Amen to that. Amen.
Well, I think what's happened is it's been silenced. So now that thank you so much for putting me on this platform. Let me say this to all the women of America, all the women of the world. Stop calling them trans women. They're not women. They are men. We need to take away the civil rights from them and give them the same rights as every other man. They're just men, and some men wear dresses, and that's okay. They're not in any danger. There's nothing to see here, and it needs to be stopped. The sooner we stop programming ourselves to call them women when they're nothing to do with women, the sooner we can see them for who they are, men in dresses. We don't care what their sexual orientation is. It doesn't matter. We don't care if they're crazy, if they're not. It doesn't matter. They're men, and that is it. They don't need any extra human rights. They don't need any.
She should come to Portland or whatever and do her thing with Tommy. She, at that point there, it's like have a black lady say, "You want civil rights here, trans people? Sorry, I actually fought for civil rights, you know."
Any reason to be tied into our reproductive rights or anything. They're just men. They're men and they're women. There's no trans nothing. There's men, there's women. Some men wear dresses, some women wear beards, and it's all good.
You're so
Similar opinions to Tommy and most people, common sense people. Richard, oh yeah, Richard kind of ran away here. What's going on here?
Straight fucking garbage shit.
I don't like the way Tommy's use of language here. Just in case he says something bad or whatever, remember the disclaimer down there.
You're a fucking piece of shit, bro. Did you know that?
You know what? I wish he would have asked him. Tommy was around in the Dustin days, but this guy hung around with Dustin, not Ragsdale, but Minnie Tifa, that was always in the wheelchair. You know, I was hoping somebody would ask him next time I go down there. I'll ask him if I see him. What happened to Dustin or whatever? Has he seen him lately? He won a big amount of money from the city.
You're a straight fucking garbage human being, bro. You're the worst of the worst. You know that? If you hate this country so fucking much, why don't you get the fuck out of here, Richard? We don't fucking want your kind around here, bro. We don't fucking want your kind around here, Richard. We don't want you guys in this country. You fucking terrorist. We don't fucking want you here burning American flags. You know that? You're a fucking piece of shit, Richard. You're a fucking piece of shit, Richard. You know that? You better hope we never catch you by yourself out somewhere, you piece of fucking shit.
Like that kind of stuff. You don't say that kind of stuff. When you're about to go to court, you don't say that kind of stuff. What is a decent lawyer going to do with what Tommy just said there?
You know that? Yeah, walk away, bitch. You're a coward, Richard. You're a fucking nobody, bro. You're a nobody.
Yeah, I know he's upset or whatever, but there's certain things you don't say when you're in the court system. That was one of them.
That fucking.
Yes and no, but yeah.
Dude pisses me off, bro. Piece of shit.
They could try to bring it up as evidence. I mean, if it gets to that kind of court case or something like that, I know they're just supposed to focus on the incident in question or something like that. But if they opened it up to his behavior or something like that, then they could sort of look into other incidents. Anyway, Richard needs help. I'll give you that. Let's see what else we got going on here.
Who's no old fucking lady that needs to be put in a home?
Yeah, she's doing her dementia.
She doesn't know that she's here. You make Joe Biden look like he has his shit together. You make Joe Biden look smart, Pam.
You're a bitch.
Prove it. Prove it, motherfucker.
Back there when you didn't do
No,
shit.
prove it right here.
In my face and you had the opportunity and you didn't do shit. That's how I know you're a bitch.
Talk about the time I avoided jail.
And you're a bitch.
I give them the option. I've been in the octagon before. Have you?
Pam, your eyebrows are about to touch. You should get a little bit more space.
Yeah, you need
in
to
there.
tweeze that shit a little.
Yeah, but there's a certain level, or in my opinion anyway, everybody's got their own opinion, Chaffee, of kind of where you take that. You know, you say a few things as he walks by or something like that to the end of that block or something like that. State your opinion of him or something like that and say, walk away, you know. at that point, leave it alone. Don't follow him to his car, in my opinion. But everybody's entitled to behave the way they want to behave, though.
A bit more, learn how to draw them on better, or whatever the fuck you do with that ugly ass face of yours.
You gave me 5. I got the unibrow.
This is what she's got.
I want you to touch my city.
It's ridiculous. You're more fucking
I know, Jeffy. I know.
ridiculous than the fucking costumes that y'all fucking wear.
I do.
It is right.
I want a better picture of him, though, guys. He's out there, but it's got to be a better picture. I want a picture of him smiling for the fucking camera. Come on, Seth, smile for the camera. Let's get a better picture of you, buddy. Come on.
Yeah.
Was that the Seth person they were talking about? I thought he was a shorter, thinner guy or whatever.
Let's go ahead and do
you
it.
Stay in Portland because
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, Seth is smaller from what I understand. I'm not sure if that was Seth.
Ugly motherfucker.
Pam is so look. It doesn't she look like?
What else we got here? Ocean plot interview or what? Oh, incident thing here. They were horsing around here, guys. They were just horsing around here, just kind of playing on. They're giving each other high fives, guys. They're giving each other high fives and hugs. They're just not very good at it. That's what's going on here. This isn't violence because we're not okay with violence. It's just people giving high fives and hugs incorrectly. And they were trying to spray party favors. They're trying to have a party, and these party favor crystals were flying through the air. That's what that was. Again, inappropriate hugging, different kind of hugging there. The police were coming over here to show them how to hug properly, okay? That's what was going on here. See, the black guy was inappropriately hugging the other guy that showed his face. That's what was going on over here. And the police wanted to say, give him proper hugs. Don't give inappropriate hugs. And the other guy there was just simply kind of saying, here, if you're giving air freshener, yeah, it's just kind of air freshener. It was going to, Portland smells kind of nasty or whatever. They're just kind of spraying air freshener to make sure that the air was clean around there so everybody would feel good. That's all that was. That was air freshener, okay? I think they both had air freshener. One guy thought he smelled bad. The other guy thought the other guy smelled bad. So they kind of made sure that everybody was smelling better. Tried to anyway. And so sometimes I think the cops kind of made sure they had to make sure they taught him a lesson here or something like that. So they had to sort of make sure that he was taught a lesson, so they had to hold him down and say, listen to me. This is how you properly hug. Okay. This is a proper hug. So you got to make sure you listen to get a proper hug. That's why the police had to hold him down so he would listen to get proper instructions on how to hug properly. Okay. We're trying to Yeah, you did do something. You weren't hugging properly. This is the proper way to hug, okay? Like this. Arms around the body, not into the body, okay? Around the body to do a hug like this, okay? That's what they're trying to hold your hand and everything and be nice to you and shake your hand. They're trying to show you how to be nice, okay? Mr. Black Bloc type person.
Push him back. That cocksucker. Stand up. Get back. Get out of the stand. Get out of the stand. Go tackle him. Go fucking tackle him.
And the Spider Mike guy here is going to say, I can hug any way I want to hug. I can hug however I want to hug. If I want to hug crazy like, or I can hug crazy like. If I want to hug a different way, let me hug whatever way I want to hug or whatever. But you got to have a proper way to hug, I hope, hey, Kat, I'm giving you enough information about what was going on here. Yeah. Spider Mike or whatever. I think spiders, they have like 8 legs they hug with. That's what he was trying to do, sort of hug with 8 legs. It'd be kind of a freaky hug, but.
I got the video. They started it.
You got the video. They started it, huh, Pam? Did they start it? From Ocean Plot's point of view, I couldn't really tell who started it there. We can go back to it later. I just wanted to kind of let you know that there's a hugging contest. everybody wants to see what's going on with Kamala Harris, right?
Can you tell us why your administration didn't release the Epstein files? Can you tell us? 4 years, but you guys didn't do it. What's your take on it? Madam Vice President, can you tell us why your administration didn't release the Epstein files? Can you tell us? 4 years, but you guys didn't do it. What's your take on it?
No opinion. No opinion. No opinion. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And some levels, you know, not to the point of pew-pewing them at in a lineup, you know, but, you know, there's certain things that they should be held accountable for. Yes. I would agree with you on that one. Here was Washington, D.C. This lady was, I guess she was from Portland also, and she went to the protest in D.C. or something like that. They must hit New Haley or whatever.
For me, for the Constitution to be upheld.
They're all about the Constitution, guys, now. Remember, for the past 4 years in Obama's era, the Constitution was outdated. It's a living document. It needs to change with the times. Right, it needs to kind of change with the times. That was the thing we heard for 8 years of Obama and 4 years of Biden. You know, it needs to kind of go with the times. But when Trump's in charge, it's like the Constitution as it is. It needs to be held just the way we sit, the way we interpret it. You know. Oh wow.
At this moment, it's not. I'm not being paid.
Due process. Due process. Due process.
I'm here as a volunteer.
When Obama, I think it was 1 million people, but some people say it was a lower number, like 300,000 people were given no due process under Obama before they got deported. But they could say he did it right. He did it the right way without due process. Wait, you guys just spent the last 3 months saying Trump gave them no due process. Now you're saying, even though Obama did not give them due process, he still did it the right way. Make it make sense. It's goalposts.
Do you travel the country at all, or do you just stay here in DC? You travel, don't you?
No
I know
answer.
that smile. Do you pay for your own travel?
I don't know what the heck you're talking about or what you're trying to do.
She asked you a question. That I know you can't sort of see her words, but at the end of that thing she said there's a question mark. And after you see that question mark, you know, your usual response, you know, in that particular thing, the response would have been a yes or a no with a little bit of explanation, okay? Not a dodge, okay? Just FYI.
She's not trying to. She's just
I'm
interviewing
just
you.
asking questions. But if you have no more answers, I just walk away. I won't, bother you.
I volunteered to be here.
She's just trying to
I'm just asking questions. We're not bothering. I just offered if she'd like to stop talking, I'll walk away.
She's
I'm
being very
respectful.
respectful.
I'm not.
Do you want to answer any questions about why you're out here protesting the regime? Do you think that Donald Trump's a Nazi?
You know what? I'm not a name caller.
I respect that. Thank you.
I'm not a name caller. What I see is the actions are unconstitutional. That's what I see.
I appreciate that.
She may not ask it. Like, give me one example of what he did that was unconstitutional.
Constitutional actions.
I think you was using terminology like Gestapo, Nazi, comparing him to Hitler is actually going to increase political violence as we've seen. And so I thank you for not using those terms.
Yeah,
I think
I
they're
try
dangerous.
not to polarize, but our country is
this
being
is like
taken
streaming.
over right now at the moment.
Extremist. Listen to the Hispanic voice here. I'm not sure. Extremists. Haley, if he's referring to Haley as an extremist,
By a lot of unconstitutional acts, and that's what I want stopped. Our Constitution matters,
Amen. I agree.
and that's and nobody's paying me to be here from any organization. I'm here of my own free will.
Absolutely.
I wish they kept going with that one. Haley is an extremist, evidently. I'm going to give you this link here. If you guys aren't already following Haley, give her a follow here. Good reporter lady out there on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Or I guess following me on Rumble. There should be a Rumble link somewhere in the description. So feel free to follow me on Rumble. Even though YouTube is awesome, you guys can also follow me on Rumble and help me get those numbers up over there so that I can stream to Rumble, which I'm evidently doing right now, but I have not seen anybody say anything from Rumble in the chat yet. If somebody is on Rumble, say something in the chat, please. Hey, Blenda's in the house. Nice to see Blenda hanging out there. You changed your chat. What was it, and what did you turn it into, Belinda? Was it? Well, it wasn't ACAB. It's probably something like, get ice out of our state or something like that. And you probably said, and it's put ice in our coffee or something like that. I don't know. Let's go back here. DJT. Many great scholars agree that the Democrat traitors that told the military to disobey orders as president have committed a crime of serious proportion. Yeah, we're supposed to listen to the scholars, guys. We're supposed to listen to the scholars and the scientists, If a lot of legal scholars say that there was something wrong here, we better listen to those scholars, right? Listen to the scholars, listen to the science. There's another little... Again, the hugging thing continues here. This is also evidently last night here in this little hugging contest BCP had on tape here. There, they were trying to, I think after the other incident that happened over there, they thought they could figure out how to hug properly. But this, I'll go back a little bit here. Let's see if this first attempted hug went okay. I don't know about the beautiful thing. But yeah, she's a good person out there. Yeah, both of them are very nice people. More hugging. Yep. Yeah, you're checking. What do you guys think about the quality of these hugs? Here's a head hug. You know how somebody tries to hug you with their head, they kind of put your head up against you or something like that? That's what the guy in the red hat was trying to do here, trying to give him a little bit of a head thing on the shoulder there. A little bit too personal kind of hug for me, but these guys were probably trying to do something like that. They probably really liked each other. Let's see how this went.
Yeah, bitch, what up?
He didn't like that kind of hug. It was a little bit too personal for him, so he decided to walk away. He was like, "You're getting a little too friendly with me," or something like that. So I don't like people putting their head on my shoulder or whatever when I'm hugging. So he had to walk away. Scottish kiss. I'm not sure what a Scottish kiss is, but I heard it's something interesting.
What up, bitch? You want some? You trying to headbutt him or what? Get in my face, motherfucker. You want some too? Shut up. You want some too? That's what the fuck I thought. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Come on, Jester.
He was trying to hug a guy. Don't help him calm down. He's being super friendly. You're just trying to, and a nuzzle, kind of let him know that it's okay to be gay or something like that. Maybe that's what he was trying to say, that it's okay to come out of the closet or something like that. I don't think he's gay or anything like that, but he's kind of letting him know it's okay to hug another guy or something like that. That's my guess, is what he was trying to get out here. I thought you guys were for that LGBT stuff. They said it was okay to be gay, and a guy tries to hug another guy. What's wrong with that? Come on now. Oh, I thought he's not disabled, but are they kind of implying that he's disabled, and it's funny to laugh at a disabled guy here on a cycle there that goes faster than they can drive, probably?
Hey. Please, guys.
All right.
Black jacket, baseball hat?
No, that's Ocean. She's pointing at Ocean is just here recording. He's not part of any of this shit.
He might have had video of whatever they're looking for at that point there. I'm not sure. I'm funny. Why am I funny? I'm just pointing out what was obviously happening, you know. YouTube might think that it was a fight or violence, you know, and we don't show fights or violence on this channel. That's very inappropriate to do. We show hugging and educational content on the show and everything. They were just kind of showing each other how to hug or inappropriately hug. So spray air freshener and things like that. So somebody said the other day, or whatever, that the cops' budget in Portland is kind of in the near future is going to get a lot lower, so they may not have nearly as many cops to come down at night to handle a lot of this stuff here. And in a lot of cases, if they don't have the number of cops they think needed to handle this stuff, then they won't have any cops down there at all, in my opinion. You know, if they don't have a sufficient number to keep the peace, then sorry.
2020 vibes.
Not enough people there for 2020 vibes at that time there, but you know, the feeling of 2020 or whatever with this pepper spray and things like that. Yeah, not with the air freshener, not pepper spray. It was air freshener called pepper. Autumn pepper. Or winter pepper, depending on what month it is. There's more hugging going on here. Instructions on how to hug, I think, is what the police are doing here.
Don't you have some like real crimes to be solved? Don't you have some light bulbs to screw in?
It's amateur comedy hour, guys. It's amateur comedy hour here. Let me know if you guys like the amateur comedy hour here that the Black Bloc people are doing here. Amateur comedy hour. They're trying to do one of the stand-up shows or whatever, you know, and try to sort of make fun of people or something like that. Try to see if they like their amateur comedy hour here.
Oh, good job. How many retards did they can wear a badge?
No, bad joke.
Did you pick up?
If the cop was good at jokes, he might do a short joke for that guy right there, as you can sort of tell he's a little shorter than the other guys there. Aren't you supposed to be tall? Are you supposed to act like a man? No. Earlier, we watched another video a little while ago. You guys over there, you guys weren't even into hugging other guys, okay? So if you're not even into hugging another guy that's trying to rest his head on your shoulder, I don't think you want to go to that level there of doing the F thing with other people there. So if you can't handle a hug, I'm pretty sure you're not into the LGBT stuff as much as you think you are, okay? At least not into the L and the G.
You guys are fucking weird ass pieces of shit. You guys are absolute fucking creeps. Scum of the earth. Bottom of the barrel feeders.
Make a hole. We got some police vehicles going to come through.
There you go. Even Tommy's jokes there, even though they weren't really jokes, are still better than those guys' amateur hour jokes. Okay, we already saw that earlier. Yeah. What was going on with this one? Portland Ice. Patriots walking up in support of Ice. Here we go. You think they prefer handcuffs to hugs? Is what you're saying, Michael? That's an interesting thought there. You know, maybe in their alphabet world or whatever, the handcuff kind of thing is a little bit more their style versus kind of human contact and affection or something like that. Maybe they're into that kind of stuff more so than the normal kind of hugging and things.
Super chatted $5. Tell that lady I can smell her vertical smile.
Look at those boys.
This is what they need more of. Get everybody together, do a certain thing. Don't confront or get in the face of guys. Just kind of show your love of country at that point there, or appreciation for ICE, and just kind of walk right by them or whatever, and let them spit at you or whatever, show how ridiculous they are.
At short underscore, here's one super chatted $5. Go once, go once, go once, go once, go once.
You'll see them coming over on the left. Oh, there they are.
I don't know what time of day this was, but at least they came down. There were some flags there. I said it was keep it simple, just the American flag, at the front. Excuse me. We'll get back to you, Antifa. Chill out. This is another situation. This is aggressive hugging. Okay, this is very quick. I'm going to maybe slow it down here for you, just to show you how friendly, aggressive hugging is done here. Okay, we're going to mute it and slow it down here for you. It was only 11 seconds, so we're going to go half speed. Well, you can go 0.25 speed, see what happens here. This is a playful hugging or whatever. Sometimes they're trying to hug the face a little bit much. They need to kind of hug the body. It's more of a proper hug, but sometimes you've seen people where they kind of hug around, high around or whatever. That's what this guy's trying to do, I think, here. Watch closely. They're trying to hold hands. There was a little bit of hand holding trying to go on there, is what I saw there. I guess it was more head, it was more hand holding or something like that. More hand holding. Hard to see from this angle here, but more attempted hugging. Oh, multiple guys are trying to hug each other. It was like a hugging party going on there. That guy was trying to hug that guy. That guy said he didn't want him to be hugged, so he was hugging another guy over there. So, okay, dancing hugs. Yep, a dancing hug party is what it was. Okay, I was wondering what was going on there. A dancing hug party type thing. Okay, we already saw it. Dancing hug party. Group hug. Oh boy. Was this the same thing, or did we already see this one? Not it's assault stuff. We don't know what that is. I mean, they're talking about the salt. It might be from the pepper spray or something like that. A salty smell to it. That's why they're talking about. They're not talking about assault like violence, because there's no violence out there. It was just kind of assault kind of stuff in the air. So even that pretend media guy's there, so that way it's all fake stuff. It's not real violence. It's fake. It's not real kind of crazy stuff. It's pretend media is there, right? So it's definitely pretend. Not sure what happened to that situation there, but I didn't see a whole lot of hugging going on there. So maybe it was instruction time. Police are kind of sending to them a place away so they can give them better hugging instructions over there. Better hugging instructions from away for everybody else. They kind of had designated hugging groups. That's my guess. Is this in DC or something like that? This is the Mercado guy here. This is
Mercado, buddy. Why are you talking shit?
This is Costin here. And there's a liberal leftist media guy. He does have a good big following, but I guess he supposedly was in the military or something like that, and Costin's trying to call him out for some reason. So let's see hear what this is about.
Why are we talking shit on this? Where's my bodyguard, little bro?
It was at the.
Where's my bodyguard? You're just old. So you're washed up.
You're washed up. Why do you want to be a terrorist?
I'm not a terrorist. You're a terrorist. No, but you guys are labeled terrorists.
No. So this is
there's a difference between labeled and then there's someone that is called independent. You know, I don't do anything, bro. It's all right. You know, you're talking about people who also come up and step to you. I'm from Portland. I'm coming up.
Well, I mean,
you're talking tough, right? You're talking fucking tough online, bro. You're talking fucking tough.
You're talking to Joe. Bro, oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
I'm having danger. What do you want? You're fucking.
Yeah, it wasn't. Costin might have been there, but it was some other guy that was there. I think I followed him last night. Whoever the other guy was.
Like what, 40? 40 going against an 18-year-old. You're a big tough man, huh?
Or maybe it was Costin. If you said 18.
Pretty fucking tough. Pretty fucking tough. Yeah. Fucking what boy you are. Faggot.
Very nice, Costin. He was talking. He called him a bundle of sticks. Is what he meant by that. YouTube, because he likes doing out of camping and everything. So it's like he was referring to him as a bundle of sticks. That's what that was about. So. Anyway, there was that situation. What's going on? Black Rebel had this video he brought out the other day. Liberal professor, evidently. No, wish I had the whole context on that one. Let's get into some other news here. Zohran Mamdani's top official just announced New York City will only facilitate the arrest and deportation of illegals in extremely violent felony cases. Send in the troops, get the illegals, and arrest anyone who gets in their way, is what Derek Evans said.
But we certainly were clear about our disagreements in the room, and the mayor-elect made clear that we uphold sanctuary laws in our city and all immigrants will be safe in our city. We also made very clear that we feel there has been inhumane.
I was wondering about that too. Those people in those robes are rather large for people in DC.
Raids just this week. So it will be a future conversation with the president, but we again grounded an overall desire and the acknowledgement that our sanctuary city laws allow cooperation in extreme violent felony cases. And that is something.
The word sanctuary cities implies that you're breaking the law and you're not cooperating. It's literally in the name sanctuary. You're sanctioning off a piece of the law and thinking that you can do it. It's not cooperation. It's the opposite of cooperation. But anyway, that's the left for you. I'm sorry, you guys have to look at Pam Tifa every time I go back to that, but we might watch that video later, but I still want 7 minutes of Pam Tifa. Let's have 2 minutes of Spider Mike.
You guys catching all that, I hope? Yeah, that's perfect. And my favorite is on the other side here, so be ready. We'll give you all this first. Here's my little, fuck Trump, he's not my president. Fuck him. All that fun stuff.
How old is Spider Mike, guys? I know some stickers are kind of fun, a lot of women and kids like stickers and putting them on different things. But usually guys, how many guys do you know that are big on stickers and things like this? Maybe patches, even the Travis guy, whatever, put patches on his jacket or whatever. I can understand that, but I'm going to put a sticker on my thing and make it feel special. Ha ha ha. See, it's 20 stickers on his thing. What the hell?
Little no, and real men do not zip tie kids, all right? And this is my favorite. I hope you can see that. I got that from someone. Go this way. This way a little bit? Oh, that's right. Your camera's right there.
Anyway, do you have a point here, Mr. Spider?
says that, that'd be awesome. A mommy boy, I can afford 3 or 4 like him. The pre-recorded stuff that he puts on his. I think those megaphones that he gets now, they're like $300. He has 3 of them. He
This actually
three.
has the recording on it.
Oh, are they? Okay. I looked up one that had all the...
Ask your Antifa friends. They've had the same ones. There's a video I had a while back or whatever down at Portland and near the Rose area or whatever. There's a guy there that was hanging around with Dustin back in the day, and he did the same thing. He just played the same thing on repeat or whatever. You know, it was annoying stuff, but you know, I'm not sure how much he paid for his, but it did the same thing. It played the same annoying set repetition over and over. Pretend media, fake media. Susie Wilds, only 30 seconds.
Worried about your daycare, worried about whether the nanny's sick on a given day. So I live that. I understand that, and I want these women involved.
Yeah.
So hopefully we make it as comfortable as the White House can be for young moms, young parents, young dads too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Carolyn Levitt comes to mind.
Perfect
She's
example.
amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You can't be your best at work if you're worried about.
They're releasing. I'm looking for the latest Twitter news here right now, just to see if something like that came out here, but I'm not seeing all media. Go back to the home option. Rapid response 5 hours ago. Why am I not getting updated Twitter here? Do a refresh here just to double check and see. That 1 hour ago. Nope. Not seeing it yet. I'll keep an eye on Twitter or whatever, but if you have a link or whatever, put it in my Discord. Let me look at my Discord here. That's a good idea. I can just use this other window for my Discord over here. That way I can keep an eye on things over there. You guys need a link to my Discord? If you do, let me know. What's this about here? All right. What kind of protest would you rather have? 50 black bloc people wearing shields and face masks and everything, or 20 frogs in costumes? For non-violent reasons, you know, I'd prefer the frogs. For it's either reason or whatever, it'd still be better with the frogs, but I'm like, and the 60-year-old women in front there, yeah. Frog streets. Usually they say frogs. You have 10 frogs out there on the road. Not our streets, frog streets. You're letting animals in the road. Yeah. Well, as far as that, I thought what you meant was that the DOJ did something to release or something them right now or whatever. Yeah. Trump already signed it. They've got 15 days or 30 days to start releasing it or something like that, with very few redactions for victims purposes, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Smoky pipe. Yeah, it's a different kind of theater. Back then, it was where you really don't like Trump, or you really don't like Trump, or so we're going to wear black and everything, and you know, we're against racism. You know, by dressing in all black. Back in the day, you know. Now we're against fascism by dressing up as frogs. I'm not sure what fascism has to do with frogs. I guess some French people eat frogs or something like that. Is that some sort of a weird World War II analogy, even though the French got kind of destroyed by the Germans? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. We have one line we can say. We can't say anything more than 4 words in a row, repeated over and over. That's all we can say is 4 words repeated. If we deviate from this, our minds will be blown. So we cannot deviate from saying more than 4 words in a row. Don't ask us questions. That was in Portland too. Yeah, I was wondering where that was. What was this about here?
Holiday time. Very disheartening to see this. You know, right. Holiday time. Everybody wants to celebrate and enjoy the evening, and something like this happens.
Suzanne, this morning, still a lot of details coming to light on both of these shooting scenes. We know last night, area Alderman Brian Hopkins said that multiple police officers were also hurt during those shootings. He said at least one police officer had to be hospitalized.
It's very
Disheartening that this continues to happen in Chicago over and over again. Yep. It's just disheartening, but yeah. Ridiculous, unacceptable. I'd find a few other adjectives to just describe it. Thomas Massey, what's this guy up to?
Release the EPS. Why didn't you ask you? Can I ask you a quick question? Why didn't you release the EPS? Why didn't you file a discharge petition on the Epstein files when Biden was president?
We were told that they would be released.
But why didn't
and the Democrats wouldn't sign it then.
All right.
You still could have done what the discharge petition back then, even if you're in the minority. But no, let's not do that because it would make Biden look bad. Was this yesterday also? Maybe. That's kind of hard for him to do. You don't want to do the salute right before you come down the stairs, but after you go down the stairs, you already passed the Marine right there. But, he still kind of gave the salute anyway, just to give the acknowledgement there. But if he gave the salute at the top of the stairs, he might get his hair trimmed because he's 6'5" or something like that. So you can understand why he didn't want to stand up too high with those blades right over his head.
Mr. President, has Russia made any concessions?
He was too far away to hear with all that noise and everything there. He didn't want to handle the questions. He usually does them on his way out, not on his way back. Skip that one. It's 5 minutes. No, we already saw Crockett. I've had enough Crockett for a day here. Of course, this is the other day. I don't know if I've seen this.
To talk about the fact that we, as the Department of Homeland Security, are going to be investing over $1 billion in new technology and new advancements in the security systems at security checkpoints in airports across the country. That is the biggest investment that we've seen in screening technologies in years, in over a decade. And we know that it is our responsibility not just to keep travelers safe, but also to make sure that we're getting them to their locations and to their destinations safely, on time, and efficiently, and also in a manner that can be pleasant and can be an enjoyable experience for them and for their families. I want to.
All right, for you single guys that like pretty ladies out there, yes, I'm sort of one of them, but I don't acknowledge as much as. Anyway, Kristi Noem or Tulsi Gabbard. If you're a judge in a beauty contest, Kristi Noem or Tulsi Gabbard, or Carolyn Levitt. We can throw Carolyn Levitt in there. It was a beauty contest. I think they're all married. Just FYI, guys. So anyway, What's going on here? Nate Friedman. Oh,
Is the infamous Karen Shaw, or the Karen Kazoo lady, and we meet again. After I exposed her for being a professional protester at the first No Kings protest, she rushed to private her Instagram. And here's just a really quick recap of what happened.
Who are you with?
I'm with America.
No, but you asked me who.
what's going on here? Addison. Oh. What was your joke? I didn't see a Rumble chat. Did I see a Rumble chat? Let me open my Rumble here. I am live on Rumble, FYI, guys, and I'll put the link in the chat if you guys haven't already clicked on the Rumble already. But if you did say something in Rumble, let me double check here. I thought I was live on Rumble, wasn't I? Aren't I live on Rumble? Yes, I am live on. Only getting 4 views right now on Rumble, but oh, there we go. I did see something over there. That's funny. Yes, thank you so much. She said has an offline life. $1 Rumble chant. The chemicals in the water turned all the frogs gay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And while I'm at it here, I'm just gonna copy the video there on Rumble so you guys can go over there and follow over there if you don't mind, please. Paste that. That's weird. I think if you chat from Rumble, it shows up on my chat, but for some reason those Rumble rants don't show up on Rumble. It's weird. But let me find that thing that you just said there again. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. Tulsi is your person there. Anybody else have a favorite option there? I got 1 vote for Tulsi. All right, back to here.
Who am I with? So I'm asking you, who are you with?
Well, you're acting like a reporter with a.
I am a reporter.
Yeah, okay.
You want to see my press credentials? Wait, here's my press credentials.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so who are you with?
I'm right now I'm representing myself, and I'm representing the folks at Rise and Resist who have been trained
so Rise
to
and
be
Resist.
Now here's some more about Karen. I did find her Instagram where she just documents herself vandalizing New York City. She puts these chalk signs all over the place, like this one right outside the Trump Hotel. She also likes to flip off Cybertrucks and just post that on.
Can you imagine spending your time behaving like this as a 50-year-old plus, I'm assuming?
Instagram as well. If you just scroll through her profile on Instagram, it is the best case study for reopening the asylums that you can possibly make. Now, Karen is the Associate Director of Development and Special Events at Lincoln Center Theater. After Karen privated her Instagram, a couple months went by and she unprivated her Instagram. So I screen recorded it, and her portfolio as a protester has grown tremendously. Here is her getting arrested, calling for ICE to get out of New York. And as a leader of the protests, she stores arrest pictures of her co-workers on social media as well. Here's Jamie, the leader of this protest, getting arrested. And here's Julie. This is not authentic. You recognize him? That's Ryan Casey. And them is a professional actor.
And he didn't see it in the pictures, but around those people, you would have saw plenty of people in green hats that their phone numbers ready to go for them to get them out of jail quickly.
Turned professional protester who cries support for the trans community while also supporting Palestine. Now, Karen Shaw has a lot of questionable posts on her Instagram, but one that stood out the most was this one here: racist lives don't matter. Now, the glaring issue with that post is she's the one who's defining racist. In fact, she thinks every Trump supporter is racist, effectively saying that 77 million American lives don't matter. Not
exactly. When you throw words around without giving them actual meaning, you don't really know what the definition is. But the definition of my Rumble page out there, guys, is this. Okay, here, this is the definition of my Rumble videos and things like that over there. So if you guys want to find out the definition and click the follow button over on that Rumble over there and then come back to YouTube, I'd appreciate it. Stay on YouTube, but go over there and make sure that you're the definition of my Rumble by clicking the follow on Rumble. Okay. Thank you. But make sure you can come back here. It's okay.
Not only does she depict Trump supporters as KKK, but also as Nazis. She writes, "Resist the dictator," as she calls to organize a protest on President's Day with Rise and Resist. The job of these professional protesters is
President's Day.
to incite violence, but to do so in a way that doesn't clearly come back to them as an individual. Here she writes in her chalk that ICE is America's Gestapo. It is this rhetoric that is putting ICE in danger, and it is this rhetoric that killed my friend Charlie Kirk.
No, I'm
What
not.
does your hat say?
ICE.
What does that stand for?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. Have a nice day.
She even goes as far to call the Republican Party the Republican Party, again calling half of America rapists.
Could you imagine the behavior, the mentality like that?
Can you shut up? It's so annoying.
Karen! This is the infamous Karen.
Like right toward the end of it here. That Richard video, we saw that one. Sometimes I double click on those. Ooh, that was interesting. Because that was a hug. There was a ICE hug on that one there. I don't know when that was. That was on the 22nd. Oh, that was yesterday, the little ICE hug there. Because the guy wouldn't back off. Yep. Oh, so they call it an ICE hug there. This is Rebel. I think I saw this video. Yeah, that UK guy was acting like an idiot. Yeah, we saw that one. Don't know what that one was. So it's this. I don't think I saw this one here.
So, what'd you say? Sorry, Nazi Barbie.
Not the charge.
Oh, she called me Nazi Barbie.
Sorry, not sorry.
What'd you say? I don't engage with you. Well, you just called me.
I don't engage after she just called her a name. They don't engage, guys. They don't engage with people, but they call them names, and they're tolerant, guys. They're tolerant.
Be a Nazi Barbie. So, what'd you say? Why am I a Nazi Barbie?
Oh no! I'm a veteran. I'm
a veteran too.
Dictate the discussion.
I'm a veteran too.
Great. Honor your oath.
To the Constitution, yes. What's your point?
I am honoring my oath.
Do you realize that son of a bitch is trying to make orders to have unlawful use of force in Venezuela?
What are you doing?
I'm just covering.
Are you?
I'm just covering.
Why you got this guy worked up then?
I don't know. He just came at me. First
I do.
Amendment right, by all means.
Oh, yeah.
So I have as much as a reason to be here as you
do. I think you just broke his brain there, Rebel. You just broke his brain on this one here. He's like, First Amendment, yes. Asking questions that I don't like. It does not compute.
And what about it? I have a reason to call you a fucking dirty cunt too.
I'm a dirty cunt.
You're acting. What are you?
You're acting. What? She's asking you questions as you just acknowledge that she's acting as a member of the press, and then you're calling her a ridiculous name. You do realize how stupid you look, right?
Doing here? You are literally here with people.
She just said it. You just acknowledged it, that she's acting as a member of the press, practicing her First Amendment rights. So now you're going to go back around and sort of have the same stupid argument.
No, you are not.
To be a bitch and an ignorant cunt. I fully accept your right.
Why do you think I'm being a bitch?
Don't ask me fucking questions. I ain't talking to a dumbass.
Calling somebody a name for no reason proves that you might be that name. Are you freaking kidding me? What the heck is wrong with these guys? Yeah, Jeff, I know what you mean by some of that. But yeah, both of these guys calling a woman that there, and the wives are probably nearby kind of allowing for this kind of stuff or something like that, or are these guys at the patriarchy of the family? They're acting as the patriarchy, so not listening to what their women say and how to behave toward women, right?
I am speaking to you for you to hear to your lizard brain. Wake it up, bitch.
Okay. Sorry, Nazi Barbie.
I'm going to keep that one around there. I might play that back and see. Oh, is Rebel around? Let's see. That's just crazy. Yeah. Hey, redhead. Yeah. She probably does. Well, should we watch preemptive? I don't have anything else there. to watch here. So let me give you a Pam Tifa, and then I don't know if I'll send Rebel a message or whatever, but I'm kind of curious what her thoughts on that behavior were, but she might be on a plane or something right now.
Pam Tifa.
You want to see it? You blocked me. Why do you block me? I think you always wear your hat because... Here, watch. I got something. Hold on. You'll like this. Did you go on a blocking spree? Look at.
It's you, Pam.
And I think, hold on, watch. It gets better. I think this is why you always got your hat on. Oh! Watch. Oh, dang, Pam.
Why are you such a phony? Why are you such a fake person? No, why you're worse than me.
Does seeing Pam make you mad there, Jeffy? Does seeing that face make you mad?
I'll ever be, that's for sure. You're a Fed. You're a literal, you're going to turn on them just like you did MAGA. You're going to cry victim just like you did MAGA, right? You're worthless to society, man. You bring no positivity to this country whatsoever.
Are you guys, yeah, you were laughing. You're saying you think it's funny, but you were laughing too.
She's toxic as fuck, dude. To be an American.
You are the friend.
No, I'm free.
Wait,
Prison for Pam.
Trump wasn't the one sniffing kids.
Yeah, Biden was taking showers with his own daughter. Literally.
I love this land.
Run away. You guys are going to be held accountable when Trump comes and invokes the Insurrection Act. You guys are all going to prison. All you Antifa fucks are done. I don't give a fuck. I don't watch you. You're worthless. You're a nobody. You're not important in any kind of way. You're just a perpetual victim. That's all you are, is a perpetual victim. I don't even know who the fuck that is. A radical leftist?
Michael Falone.
A radical leftist?
That beat the hell out of a Capitol Police officer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they should be in prison. Whoever assaulted Capitol Police officers, yeah. Whoever assaulted anybody during...
You see the difference there, Pam? We hold people accountable for their actions. If they assaulted someone and not just defended themselves against an assault, then yes, they should be held accountable for not above and beyond what the government can do, but what's kind of allowable for that assault. Depending on the severity of the alleged assault, I wouldn't think more than 3 years or something like that. But anyway, but the left does not sort of do that. They just simply sort of say, no, we didn't mean to do it. The fascists deserved it, kind of stuff. Sorry. We call our bad boys out. You guys don't. Period.
January 6th should be in prison. Should you be in prison? She's a triple spy. Antifa will be dog meat in prison too. You guys are going to be dog meat in prison, bro. They don't like Antifa in prison, especially the guards.
Democrats and Republicans sound identical, but the difference.
No, you guys want mass amnesty for illegal aliens. We're not identical in any kind of way.
What I'm saying is important.
No, nothing you say is important, Pam. Not a single fucking thing you say is important. Not one single fucking thing.
It sounds the same. There is no difference. And prove me wrong. Listen to us. And listen to you.
We do all the time. No, nothing about what we say is the same as you. You guys advocate for mass abortion. You guys laughed when Charlie Kirk was killed. You guys are evil, vile people. You can't be a Democrat and be a Christian in today's day and age. There's no fucking way you can be a Democrat supporting abortion and be a fucking Christian. Never. Christ is king, that's for sure.
You ain't nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
You know why?
A granny trying to get attention.
Yeah, why? No, you tell.
Oh, here BCB asking for the hug at this point here. He wasn't live at this point here. You just saw Pam Tifa there. It's like, keeps wanting to have a little bit of a truce and ask for a hug, and then hear what she has to say about this.
Say the same about you. Democrats set up.
That was somehow that got bleeped out or whatever, but she said something to the effect of, I won't hug you because of the people you hang around with, or something like that.
January 6th. Democrats set up January 6th to put feds in there.
The Biden administration did not.
Oh, look, another Democrat coming after a young child. Yeah, she thinks the age of consent should be 9 years old.
I put a 1 in the chat, guys. If you're a human here, suppose I have 33 people here, so I would assume I'd get at least 5 people that are human. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a human. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not sure if you're a human. Put a 3 in the chat if you're definitely not human, okay? Or say Jeffy's 100% human. Or you can say the percentage of how human you think you are, I guess, but preferably just 1, 2, or 3. Thank you, guys. Got some 1s. Got some 1s. There's another 1 there. I say usually there's like a lot of bots out there, so I'm trying to see how many bots there are versus humans. There's 3 humans there that I see. Good. 3 1s in the chat. Michael's 50% human. I'm not sure what the other half is, but at least we'll make that a 4. Christy's out there hanging out. 5. Good. Fine to fix it. Nice to see you. 6 or 7. I got 7 or 8 humans here. That's good. Okay. We'll see if we can shoot for 10 humans here. Okay. Does that make 8? I think that makes 8 humans there. Casey, thank you. Good. Just do it. These little human checks here. Identify. You can identify it as halfway or whatever if you want to. I'll consider that partly human, I guess. Let's finish this one off here.
As long as the parents can see. Yeah, okay.
Money not to release, sorry, but they.
The devil is a Democrat. Democrat.
Why? What's the fourth? It's about Elon Musk.
I think next time I ask that human question, I'll ask you for your chromosomes, XX or XY. Next time I do that, I'll do a chromosome check, okay?
Wave from our ships upon the Friday phone.
13, man. Jesus Christ.
Some people don't like to talk about their chromosomes. It's kind of personal or something like that. But so, should I ask about humans or should I ask about chromosomes? That's the question. XYZ on your chromosomes. I haven't heard of that. Haven't heard of that one. Elaine, I'm assuming you had the same chromosomes as Riley Gaines. I'm just assuming that. So, sorry if I misgender your chromosomes.
Yeah. All liberal white women are the death of America. All liberal white women, especially the old ones.
Hey, are you going to answer my question so I don't have to worry about getting blocked? Did you know that trans women are men? Blocked me for asking not on that. So
I don't think she wants to join you guys.
She just blocks everybody that's out there that's remotely right wing. I think maybe Ocean Pot's the only person she hasn't blocked out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a good night.
Oh, so we did break 10. We did at least 10 humans in the chat. Thank you, guys. I just had to make sure we had at least 10 humans in the chat. Some of the other ones are kind of probably humans too, just shy humans. It's okay to be shy humans and lurking humans. So I'll assume that maybe 5 or 10 of those humans out there are lurking humans. All lurkers matter. All lurkers matter.
Trans women are men. Trans women are men. Yes, they are. Men can't become women. No, the fuck they can't. You're fucking retarded, Pam. You're fucking retarded, Pam. Yeah.
Yeah, health class where they teach biology. That class, yeah.
Men are men and women are men. Even Mr. Rogers knew it. Girls are girls from the beginning. Boys are boys from the beginning. Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Because they're going into women's spaces and they're pushing it on our children. They're telling our children that they're born in the wrong body, Pam, and our children are never born in the wrong body. It matters because it's our future. It's the children are.
She keeps talking about her children or grandchildren, right, or something like that. But now when Tommy brings up children and things like that, it's not it's funny to her.
Our future, and you guys are child groomers. You guys are groomers, telling our children, our amazing, wonderful children, that they're born in the wrong body is fucking child abuse. It's evil.
Hey, Crazy Times, how are you? I'm assuming you're a human over there. So most people on Twitch are human, I think. Yeah, some people aren't, but I know you are. Nice to see you over there. We're checking to see. There's 2 potential people on Twitch that are human. That's cool. Children are our future. Isn't there a song like that?
It's vile. It's fucking vile.
Reality based. Yeah, reality based.
There's no reality base to what you're sharing. You have no facts.
Dig up.
XXXY. There. That's all the facts you need right there.
Dig up a male, dig up a transgender woman and a transgender man 50 years from now, and it's going to be a man and a woman.
I don't care. I love them.
You can love whoever you want, but you don't have to be delusional and say men can just become a woman.
Like I said,
they can't just chop their dicks off, make a rock pocket, and be a woman.
This is the United States. I can say anything I want.
You can say it.
You can say it.
Doesn't mean it's true. Certain things are fact based. Certain things are opinion based. In biology, basic biology, it's fact based.
But it don't make it true. It don't make it true.
You have no business.
You say that about abortion too, and the baby inside of the womb is not your body.
Too bad. Go vote about it.
Oh, we are. Trust me.
Is children our future?
Just like you guys did with this election.
Children are our future. 80 song or something like that. I don't know.
So
Our children are not our future. Our children are not our future. Did you just say that?
I'm gone.
Richard! What up, Richard?
like Richard, run, Richard, run. Okay, let's see if there's any new news here, real quick here. Rebel, if you're in the chat, let me know or whatever, and I'm curious about your take on that conversation you had. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but in case you are, feel free to let me know and I'll bring you up on the StreamYard. Okay. I saw that one. That's a pretty popular video, probably getting a lot of attention. Liberals in California to buy a single, it was 17 cents for that scraper thing. Wow. Then return it and repeat the process in an effort to slow sales and protest the store's cooperation with ICE operations. So, maybe the founder of Home Depot or whatever probably agrees with the deportation orders and things like that. He doesn't want people to have lower paying jobs out there than Americans, and put Americans out of work. That's probably why he does it. Somebody kidding about something? I'm never kidding. I might be kidding that Rebel's in the chat or something like that, but I'll try to get her in here one of these days and send her a message today. But some of those videos are kind of cool. I want to do some more interviews with people out there, streamers and things like that. I know you guys love to see me, but maybe you want to see somebody else on the screen besides me. And yeah, you see Mr. Bill all the time too. It's Mr. Bill. Yeah, you just don't want to see him. You want to see other people too. I'm trying to see if there's other news here. Saw that. See if there's any other fancy news or anything like that. Oh, Haley, is she still down there? 3 hours ago, she was anyway. See what she's up to.
Thousands of people showed up, and as finishing up our trip here in Washington, D.C., we're right in front of the White House. And yesterday we covered the Resist the Regime protest. Thousands of...
Is she doing her hair this way to make herself look a little bit more liberalish? Is that why she's kind of doing the dreadlocks or whatever it is? It's not as conservative looking or whatever. Maybe she's trying to make herself fit in a little bit more or something. I don't know.
People showed up, and as you can see right here, we even have a woman right in front of the White House who is, protesting the same thing. This issue is not going to stop, and I think over the next 3 years that Donald Trump is in office, we're going to see it continue to rise. One of the main questions.
No, it's not scary. He's a friendly guy. Hold on. Sorry, Kazan, if it scares you, but that's my little illegal immigrant friend here. Okay, I'm not scary. I'm not scary. Don't call me scary. My face when I get close to you or whatever might make you feel scared or something like that, but I'm not. It's just my natural face. So be nice. Be nice.
Questions I asked was, where do we see political
Michael, be nice. I get your mind out of the gutter.
violence going from here? There are countless protesters that I interviewed that were even unwilling to say Donald Trump's name or consider him their president. And I think that's just a very divisive thing to have at this.
Well, she's got her own little tag there too. She's, I think they've been talking to Chad Caton or whatever. He's been giving them some advice on how to merchandise and advertise things like that. So she probably has her own little tag or whatever, the logo thing down there.
Time. One of the main issues is that people want Donald Trump impeached. In order for that to actually happen, we obviously need the House and the Senate to come together, and I think that's very unlikely, but we know that forces on every side are going to try and continue to put those through and to try to get him impeached. As we head into these next 3 years that Donald Trump is in office, where do you think these protests and all of these issues are going to go? Are they going to boil over at some point? And all over the nation, we're seeing protests break out. This is winter, so I can only imagine what next summer and the future summers are going to hold. But I will be on the ground covering, so make sure to follow me and stay tuned for more live coverage. So we're...
You guys need her link again or not? I think you guys already have her link, but if you guys on Twitter, you guys have to follow me before you follow her, though. Okay, make sure you follow my Twitter first, but I'll give you the link to her Twitter. But make sure you're already following me. That's my silly rule. But anyway, there's her link there. Haley West right there. You guys better not need my link, but I'll give it to you anyway. Yeah, she's a smart lady. There we go. Click and follow both of those links, please. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You're even more awesome if you click and follow, okay? You're just a little awesome now, but you'll be more awesome if you click and follow the Only a Mr. Bill link. And you'll be super awesome if you follow also the Haley West link, okay? So how awesome are you going to be? Okay, let's see if there's any other crazy news going on here. I don't want to hear what this guy has to say, really. No, I don't. I don't care what P-Town has to say. 5 hours ago, President Trump may use the military against American citizens. Democrat Slotkin fears. Like, oh, really? Really? If in the sense that he may use the National Guard to stop American citizens from attacking federal agents, yes. But what she's trying to say here is that he'll send them directly after U.S. citizens for no reason. So she's trying to imply here, basically, not that they're doing their job of defending federal assets. Savannah Hernandez, always a good follow here. What's she up to now?
For 3 hours of my bitch about the TSA, because I just went through, I'm here in LaGuardia, and it was the worst experience ever, because guess what? The real ID that I waited at the DMV to get for 2 freaking hours despite making an appointment wasn't enough. The fact that my face is on it wasn't enough. The fact that this guy looked at my ID, made me take off my glasses so he could make sure that my face matched the exact picture of my face on the ID, that wasn't enough.
Do you guys have trouble with the TSA? I haven't been to the airport in quite a while, you guys. If you give the TSA a grade, what would you give them?
Either. He had to run my ID through the freaking machine 3 times, and it still didn't work. And by the 3rd time, I finally said, why can't you just use your eyeballs and look at my ID and see that it's a real ID with my picture on it? Why is that not enough? And he was like, well, why can't you just get your picture taken? I don't understand why this is the state of traveling in modern day America. Also, to add insult to injury, illegal immigrants can get real IDs, so why the hell did I wait at the DMV for 3 hours of my freaking life? I said 2 initially. It was between 2 and 3. I don't even know. I made the appointment initially, but because it's the DMV in modern day America, my appointment actually came 2 to 3 hours after the initial time that I booked it for. Why did I wait there for 3 hours to get a real ID? that doesn't even work, that isn't even valid. I show my real ID to the TSA with my damn picture on it, and it's like, yeah, well, we have to ask this robot, and we can only let you through if the robot says that it's actually you. And also, we can't use our own two eyes for the ID that you waited for that the government issued with this real ID store. We also have to take your photo, which we're not going to delete. We're going to lie to you about and say that we are, but we're really not going to. Why is this the modern state of traveling in the United States of America? It's freaking ridiculous. I'm exhausted with it. And I think I'm just on edge too, because it's like I'm here in New York. I was reporting on Canal Street. You have hordes of illegal aliens, of all of these rude ass Africans that just stand on the street hawking their fake goods. They're extremely aggressive. Like, they're openly, clearly legal immigrants, and it's like at a base level, we can't even get them off the street. And then you, as an American, are trying to fly in an American airport from one American state to another American state, and you're treated like you're a freaking terrorist. I'm just exhausted with it, and it's ridiculous. I'm just mad about the real ID thing. I'm mad about the fact that TSA agents are so rude, and that there is a literal real ID with my freaking face on it and the big ass star that I waited hours for, and it's useless because TSA agents are so brain dead that the freaking robots have to tell them whether or not the ID is authentic because they can't use their own damn eyes. Rant over.
It made her feel better though after that rant. I would imagine. Sometimes doesn't it feel good when you like rant, even if it's to your phone or something like that, or to somebody next to you? Like, did she take a breath? I think she did once. That's funny. Let's see if there's anything else. Not a whole, like, I don't want to watch. This is probably what she said. That's unlawful order nonsense. I don't care about that one. Any news-ish? What's Cam up to? Oh, the governor candidate, Anthony Hudson, just texted me threatening violence against me. It was 19 hours ago. Wow. If I ever return to Michigan, this is in response to me releasing a phone call conversation we had where Anthony admitted he was publicly lying about his opinions on Dearborn, Michigan. You're a effing a-hole. I didn't do anything to you. I even checked on you to see if you and your boy were okay when you were not where. Okay, when you were getting harassed in Dearborn. You getting pepper sprayed in the face was weak. After what you did to me, you're a effing traitor. And the next time I'll show you how a real man handles it. You're a coward and a crybaby, and I think you come back to my state again, and I'll make sure to call my bluff. What the heck? This guy's probably not going for a Trump endorsement. I don't know if he's ahead in the polls in the Michigan primary, but this is not the way to do it here, buddy. Threatening a reporter as a Republican running for governor in your state, and that's the way you behave? Are you kidding me? Wow. Saw that one. What the heck? Nothing else much going on there. Let's go back and watch this silly thing here.
With a master's degree in outreach. Welcome to Woke State University, the U.S.'s most trusted exporter of unemployed activists, with a master's degree in outrage.
I'm in the identity creation department. Every semester we pick a new gender and write a 20-page essay on why everyone else is the problem.
I just switched my major to advanced protest choreography. We learn how to chant, block traffic, and cry on TikTok, all for college credit.
I major in gender and identity theory, where we prove there are at least 97 genders. Real women are now called birthing people, so everyone's feelings stay equal.
I major in American oppression studies, Palestine, climate change, or whatever's trending this week.
Welcome to Woke State University.
I don't know how much of that is AI, or if they had to put stuff on their nose or something like that, if they didn't already have piercings or something like that. That was interesting. Oh, Mom Donnie, what did Mom Donnie say here? This is after the fact.
Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used. Press conference with President Trump. A reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used
in the past. You were about to answer. Then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do.
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important.
He's a despot, you know. Despots usually don't listen to the other side. He literally invited you to the White House to listen to your takes. But yeah, he's still a despot in this guy's mind.
In our politics is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table. Because I'm not coming into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation. How do we deliver for the people of New York City?
In that,
I think Trump 4 years ago would have said the same thing, or whenever before he moved. But anyway, that was interesting. Because guess what? He's from Queens. And when you're from Queens, man, you know what's going on. I mean, you could be from Brooklyn or the Bronx. It'd be a little bit crazier. But you're from Queens. It's all cool, man. Okay, that was a terrible accent or whatever, but you get the idea. What did AOC say? Not that I care.
Remarks. To be honest, the president's remarks I think, indicate a level of instability.
Instability. Seriously, she's talking about instability.
It's not just shocking, it's not just offensive, it's bizarre, it is erratic, it's volatile.
Hey guys, I'm at 4,099 subscribers out there. I would appreciate it if anybody has not subscribed to me yet. If I need to beg for one subscription out there in the next couple of minutes, I'll do it if I need to beg. But I would hope that somebody out there that's not subscribed already could click the subscribe button for me there. If you guys need help finding it, see if I can help you. Right down here. Oh, sorry, get that out of the way. I believe it's right down here. Subscribe, and there's also an all notification bell. You can click that also. But if you can make it so when you look at how many subscribers I have, it says 4,000.1. Right now it says 4.09. So I wanted to say 4.1. Just the number looks better to me. Okay. If somebody wants to hit that subscribe button just to make the numbers look a little bit more official looking, I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's all good.
And I think it indicates a mental state that we should all be questioning right now, whether that's emotional, mental, what have you. It is not normal to make these accusations. It is not normal to invoke these kinds of threats of violence. And it's also not normal to...
What was the threat of violence? He was, if you're talking about the seditious thing, he was simply pointing out that the penalty for sedition. If you think that you were doing sedition, that's on you. He was just simply pointing out that seditious people have certain consequences. If you're assuming that you did something seditious, that's totally on you. Just this, in the same way that Slotkin and those other people say that they were just informing the military of their rights and things like that. So all Trump was doing was informing the United States of what sedition's consequences are, okay? If we're going to play that game. But since you guys seem to think that he threatened them without saying their name. Anyway, you get the idea. Has anybody hit the subscribe button? If somebody hit the subscribe button recently, I'll hit the refresh button just to see if that one's updated.
Also dramatically misquote, as Carolyn Leavitt was doing, what these members of Congress said. They made a very clear message to...
One of those messages was, you must not follow illegal orders. You must not follow illegal orders. Yeah, what's the message there?
U.S. service members, which is that you do not have to obey.
The message in there. Some of the people might have said that. But one or two of those people said you must not follow illegal orders. That's what they said. Anyway.
Illegal order. And I think that's an important message to reiterate because this administration seems to be increasingly trying to go down that path.
You're going down a crazy path yourself, lady. Very crazy path yourself. Let me see if there's anything else to see out here. Not a whole lot going on out there. Angry Man. Spiro's out there. He's about to get a raid there. If you guys like talking about AI by chance? You guys into AI and asking questions? I got a guy I might raid you to that knows a lot about AI. He's not a big fan of it, but he knows a lot about it. But Climatics is possibly online too. I don't see that raid as an option though. Anyway, let's see what else is going on here in the news, if anything.
Who have wanted to go to war in Venezuela for some time. Who are you talking about?
I think it's clear that Senator Rubio, as a senator, was very much an advocate of regime change. This was at odds, really, with President Trump. And so when he was picked, a lot of people who had been supportive of President Trump were, oh, my goodness, they're picking someone much more hawkish and much more eager to be involved and to intervene in other countries. And so people worried. And then the first year or so, people are like, oh, well, Rubio's done a good job on foreign aid, and they've cut back on all of the abuse of these NGOs around the world. And I think the people supporting the president have been very supportive of the Secretary of State. But I think once there's an invasion of Venezuela, or if they decide to re-up the subsidies and the gifts to Ukraine, I think you'll see a splintering and a fracturing of the movement that has supported the president, because I think a lot of people, including myself, were attracted to the president because of his reticence to get us involved in foreign war.
Probably so, Mr. Paul. Probably so. Let's see if there's anything else to look at here. Oh, Nick, I already watched that video, Nick. Oh, this one here, I haven't seen this one here. Mass arrests of anti-ICE leftist protesters who are obstructing and impeding law enforcement. Is that probably somewhere? 35.
Why are you being arrested?
I'm being arrested for peacefully protesting the horrible treatment of.
It looks like you were standing in the way of law enforcement. When you impede law enforcement, it's not a peaceful protest. Sorry.
Human beings by ICE agents.
It's called obstruction of justice.
These people are being
obstruction of justice. He's like, you can call it what you want to, but what it actually is obstruction.
treated horribly. They're human beings, and it's not.
I know why I was made. I am not afraid. Arrested because I'm fighting for immigrants and families that deserve to be safe. No one deserves to not come home from a day of work, from a day of school.
Oh my goodness. I feel sorry for everybody. I feel sorry for them that they were taken away from their home and paid a coyote to get them across the border where bad things happen to them, especially if they were a young female. But evidently that didn't matter to you guys the past 4 years, that bad things happened to them as a young female and everything. They're very against their human rights at that point there. But evidently giving them a free ride home is somehow a bad thing. Okay, that makes sense, buddy.
The day of just living their lives. This is not the America we deserve. We deserve freedom, safety, and communities that are protected.
Why are you being arrested?
I'm being arrested for peacefully protesting the horrible treatment of human beings by ICE agents.
It's called obstruction of justice.
These people.
It's like so simple. It's called obstruction of justice. Simple to the point, like if you want my opinion as the sheriff of this town, that's what it actually is, not what they want to call it. Oh, that's funny, guys. That's funny. Okay, guys. It's getting close to dinner time or something around here. There's just craziness out there. I know. I don't see a whole lot else going on here. Let me do a quick refresh if there was any breaking news or anything like that on the Twitterverse. Oh, what's Patrick doing in the backyard campfire stream? Wait, what was this? This is from yesterday when Tinkerton did a video. What was this video, Tinkerton? You had the audio off though, Tinkerton. You didn't have the microphone. He was having troubles with his microphone last night, I think. Gilligan's Island. Oh, Republican. The bets on who the nominee is going to be. 55% say J.D. Vance. 8% say Marco Rubio. 6% say Marjorie Taylor Greene. 5% for DJT. DeSantis with 3%. Tucker with 3%. Don Jr. with 1%. Ted Cruz. Ivanka. Elon Musk. He was born in South Africa, so 2 of those people on the list can't be the 2 that I know of. Tucker, I think, was born in America also. 2 legally can't be president on that list. Interesting. Okay, guys, I'm going to send you to Spyro here. I'm going to show you what Spyro looks like. He's a good guy out there. He talks about AI, but it's like the only thing I can see that's on right now. There's also Jake News. I'm not sure if he's even a lefty or righty, but he's supposedly out there at the Chicago Ice Building. You can watch that if you want some drama over there. But I'm going to give this other guy some props here. If I got to refresh here, where's Spyro go? Sometimes I think Jake hang around with Cam Higby or something like that. There's Spyro right there. Yeah, some people say that. Some people say that. How long did it take him to produce his birth certificate? Like, it's just a question Trump was asking. A lot of other people are asking, like, are you sure you were born in America? That's all we want to know. Just show us proof, everybody else does it. Why don't you do it? Anyway, let's go. He talks about AI. What's he doing right now here? Are you saying something funny, Spyro, or are you about to end your stream here?
Right? Because you're just going to continually have to put more and more and more information into it. So I don't think this is anything new for us, but it was nice to have that confirmation on it. Let me see here with chat. BJ1.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the link to Spyro. He's a good guy there. Just tell him Mr. Bill said hi, but I'm going to raid you to somewhere else there. I thought he might be talking about something a little political, but mainly he talks about AI type stuff. And he's a conservative guy, funny guy too. Anyway, that's his link there. Let's find it somewhere else to go there, even though it might not make any sense. As I get boring and things like that, I'm trying not to be so boring here, guys. I'm sorry if I'm boring here for you. One more refresh on the news here. Ooh, did I see this one? No, I did not see this one. Thank you, Haley, for putting up another video I didn't see.
Part of my reason for being here today is to defend the rights of my granddaughters.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
grew up in a time when women wouldn't have checking accounts or credit cards, and among other things. And so much has changed. My biggest fear is that we go back to that because we have not done our jobs.
Do you think women's rights are being revoked?
Absolutely.
And what do you think is the...
Oh, thank you. I just noticed 4,100 again, guys. Thank you for that subscription. I appreciate who is the person that gave me that last subscription. You could shout out yourself if you want to say it. You're the 4,100th customer. Anyway.
biggest right that women are having taken from them right now?
The biggest rights? Well, first of all, just everything. Taking away our right to choose anything about our life. Health care, how to work.
Give an example here. Give me an example of what the Trump administration has done to stop you from being able to work. Please give us an example, not just what you hear in the news.
How to dress, just how to conduct yourself. I mean, this administration views us all as objects, not subjects. And we are human beings, and we have the right to have our own mind. But I just, you know, it's.
What level TDS, guys? What level of TDS is this? 1 to 10. What level of TDS is on display here? Let's see if we can find somebody to raid you to that makes sense here. Spyro's a good guy, though. Angry Man, Spyro. There's nothing else. Oh, Steve Harloa. I guess go to Steve Harloa here, I guess. The only other thing I can see out there. Vertical or horizontal? I'm not sure which one's vertical or horizontal. I'm hoping this one's the horizontal version here. Okay.
We're not objects, and that's how he, of course, views us. And that's
Level 10, level 9 on this. Pretty high level TDS, yeah.
the reason why I want him out of here. Not the only reason. We've been doing this for a long time.
What's your biggest call to women in the midterms and 2028 when we vote for a new president?
First of all, my biggest call for every single American is to sign up and vote. It's our civil duty, and we must do that. But we also, school didn't end when we graduated. We still need to be learners, lifelong learners. And we need to be paying attention to
Law and order, yes. If you're not here legally, where should you go? If you believe in law and order, if you break into somebody's house or break into their country, where should you go? If you believe in law and order.
what's happening around us. And too much of that's going on right now. People aren't paying attention. So sign up, pay attention, do your due diligence, and vote.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. She doesn't have to fight back on their opinions, just expose their opinions for like, what? How crazy do you have to be to have such an opinion? Anyway, interesting out there. Good job, Haley. Anything else going on out there? More TDS here, baby.
I know do this too.
You want to be solidarity? Take care of your own shit. Don't tell us. Take care of us what we should do. Okay? You white people, you need to step the fuck.
What color skin is this? I know it's getting a little bit redder, but if it wasn't so red and angry right now, what color is that?
Back. Yes. If you tell me what I should do.
Yeah, she's telling you what you should do. Interesting.
We're here at the 47th Street Trolley Station in San Diego.
The other one had Arizona license plate, this one has Virginia.
Migration has been spotted here at the 47th Street Trolley Station multiple days in a row. They've been casing this neighborhood. If you're familiar with this area, this is where you should be avoiding if you're an undocumented person. Actually, if you're a brown person, because they're not just going after undocumented
Yeah, they are.
people. They've been arresting U.S. citizens. Don't kid yourself.
That interfere with the federal immigration rules. Yes, you get arrested. You don't get deported if you're an American citizen, but if you interfere, just like if you interfere out in the streets or whatever with a police kind of doing their job, you get detained, if not arrested. People know this, okay?
This is about racism. They're not looking for anybody in particular. They're hunting human beings.
Wow. I won't dehumanize people, but human beings have brains and thoughts, things like that. I'm not sure what level of human being she is, if human beings have levels and are able to process information. Oh, wow. Bacon toast. I know. Just wow. Anyway, guys, I'm going to send you over to Steve Harloa. I got some other things I want to do here, unless there's anything else that's worth our time to watch here. Oh, Angela Rose got in one of these machines. Interesting. She's a good follow also on Twitter and YouTube for that matter. Nothing else worth watching there that I can see. Native Americans dancing at a school district. Okay. Nothing worth watching there. Already saw that one. Sean Spicer. No, nothing else. Oh, did we already watch this? I don't care about Soul of Valor guy. Yeah, not a whole lot else going on. All right, guys. Thanks for actually. Let's do this song here real quick before we finish it here. Yeah, I only got a little. If you guys paid more money or whatever, I would have made a new song for you. But since you didn't do a new song, that was that incident with Tommy. Tommy, she was trying to give Tommy a hug and a kiss or whatever, and Tommy's married, so he didn't want a hug and a kiss from that lady there. So it was kind of a weird kiss though. That Soul Valor guy, a very weird kind of guy. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Yeah. Oh, there was the spittage or whatever. That's not the way you kiss their lady. That's not the way you kiss. Anyway, let's go check on the bookmark one more time here. And oh, I didn't do it. Where's the? I guess I have to look it up again. From January 6th choir. Probably should show up right away. Putting that in there. Is this the one I want, or is this a different one? It's a different one. I like it. That's
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And make sure if you haven't followed the Rumble and those other things yet, please feel free to do that now. Try to focus on a different sort of thing each time or whatever. But here's one more link to that Rumble channel. Follow that if you don't mind there. I'm streaming on there right now. I'll try to stream on there more often. Usually either there or on Twitter, besides YouTube and Twitch. But anyway, check that out. And I'm going to send you over to Steve Harlow. He's a conservative guy. It's talking to other people. He lives in Hawaii. He talks about different stuff. So check him out and ask him what the temperature is there. Tell him it's like 35 degrees in Oregon right now. So ask him what the temperature is in Hawaii for me. Okay, guys? I appreciate it. You guys are awesome as a possum, or even more awesome. You're probably more awesome than possums. But anyway, God bless. We'll see you later tonight. I'll probably try to do some restreaming or something like that exclusively on YouTube. Okay, exclusive to YouTube on the restreaming. All right, guys. God bless. 30-second countdown. Head over to Steve Harlow, I think his name is.